Hi there. I'd like to show you just some of the great new features that are coming out in Focalboard 0.7.0, which is the June 2021 release of Focalboard. The first major feature is Group Table View. So the table view now has a group by property that you can group by select property on the cards in that table view. And this, of course, groups all the rows in that table by that particular property. So in this case, I'm showing all the tasks in Focalboard. This is actually the Focalboard we use to build Focalboard, grouped by epic. So this lets me very quickly see at a glance how many cards are in each epic for my project. So I can, of course, expand each grouping out, or I can expand all the groupings out to see the complete table and work on it as I normally would on a table view. So we think this will be a very powerful feature to make working with very large or complex tables much easier. And this will become even more useful when we add additional calculation types to each of the groupings. So the second feature I'd like to show are new property types. So if I open a card, the first new property type is the multi-select property type, which allows you to have multiple values on a select property type. So it works just like a single select property type, but now you can have multiple values. So this is very useful for things like tags. So in this case, I can create tags that, for example, denote the different parts of the product that a feature touches. So I can add individual tags or remove individual tags from this multi-select property type. The next property type is Checkbox, which works as you would expect. It's kind of a true or false property. So it's represented by a switch in the UI. So it's either true or false, so on or off in this case. The third property type is Person. So this actually is a list of all the users that are in the system. So with Focalboard on Mattermost, this is a list of all the users, all the Mattermost users that are members of the channel associated with this particular workspace. So I can now assign essentially a user ID or a system user to a property, rather than just using a name or text field. And finally, we also made some improvements to the existing property types. So namely for phone number, and we improved the URL property type. So now there's actually a little link that appears, and when you click on that, it opens the URL. So those are just some of the new features that are coming out in Focalboard 0.7.0. Thanks a lot.